Good morning. It's Thursday, I take it back, it's Wednesday, the 26th of December. Welcome to Meditation Lesson 3, Video 2. Now, just like all my other lessons, this is a video commentary on a practice text. This is only going to make sense if you're looking at the latest free version of this practice text. So let's make that happen. Do me a favor and look below this video. You should see a list of links and their titles as long as your arm. If you don't, easy remedy. Find the little YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Give that a click or two. That'll take you to YouTube's dedicated page for this video. About an inch below the video, you'll see a little button that reads, Show More. Click that, and that'll reveal the long list of links and their explanations. The first link, well, that connects you to my fan page on Facebook. You're welcome to join. The second link takes you to a page on my website called The 52 Lessons. This is Lesson 3. If this is your first time watching my silly face, then you're way behind. Go back to the first video of the first lesson. That's where you want to start. The third link on the list will take you to my class materials page for the first quarter of classes. The first 3 items are free, including a free essay, an image similar to this. Oh yes, and a link taking you to the latest PDF version of the first set of lesson texts. So push me on pause, go download that bad boy. I'll wait right here. Are you back? Excellent. Do be so kind as to join me on page 66. Sometimes the numbering's a bit off. You'll know it's the right page because at the very top the superscription or the heading reads Prayer of Compassion. You'll already notice there's a link there. That's yesterday's lesson. Feel free to read that if you haven't already. Read that, I mean watch that. Let's turn our attention to the two quatrains of the Prayer of Compassion. May everyone be happy. May everyone be free from misery. May no one ever be separated from their happiness. May everyone have balance, free from greed, hatred, and confusion. That all beings may benefit. Om Mani Padme Hum. So when reciting this in a group of people, every odd line ends in an up note, every even line ends in a down note. That way we don't sound like a beehive that has been broken open. Yesterday we explored the basic definition of love and compassion and how they are very much like two sides of the same coin. We explored how everyone be happy is the intention that all beings have their needs met. And may everyone be free from misery is the intention that everyone be freed from their sufferings and the causes of sufferings. Now we come to sympathetic joy, and that was a real challenge for me. Many years ago, when I began my Tantra training in this life, I was very competitive. I wanted to practice the most advanced teachings than anybody else there. I wanted to progress further on the path than anyone there. Me, screw them, it was all going to be me. Very nice Lama named Genwang Mo pulled me aside and said, you earn more karma rejoicing in other people's good fortune. You earn more karma rejoicing in other people's good deeds. And that made a huge impact on me. Another teacher described it as a lazy man's path to good karma. Simply generating good karma by rejoicing in other people's good karma. Um, and so the idea is, instead of viewing people as our adversaries to be vanquished, instead of having the lack mentality that says there's only so many good things in the world and we've got to fight people tooth and nail to get our fair share, grr, arg. No, instead of saying that, it says, you know, oh look, someone got something good. I choose to rejoice for them. Now, we're not lying to ourselves about what we feel. This is a focus of our will, our intention. And the easiest way to guide our intention is with words. So we use the second couplet. May no one ever be separated from their happiness. In other words, if they've got something that makes them happy, may they always have that which makes them happy. This reminds me of, oh gosh, Jane Austen, that's it. A novel by Jane Austen called Pride and Prejudice. Many years ago, I had a tantric partner, and she was a Jane Austen enthusiast. We watched every single English-speaking made movie about that had Jane Austen's books as their premise. And the book, of all Jane Austen's books, arguably her most popular is Pride and Prejudice. So we watched that over and over and over again. And in a wonderful version done in the early 80s, or sometime in the 80s, the one with Colin Firth, the protagonist, Elizabeth, she had a mom who was really petulant. And the neat thing about her mom is she did not put on airs. She was pretty transparent in her pettiness. And so Elizabeth, the protagonist of the novel, spent a fortnight on vacation with her best friend and her best friend's new husband, Elizabeth's cousin, who would stand to eventually inherit Elizabeth's father's estate, because that's the way things were all goofy-like in the legal system of England at that time. So, Elizabeth's mother lived in fear that upon the death of her husband, her nephew, who would inherit the estate, would put her and her daughters out to die of exposure and starvation. That was not based in reality. That was just her fear, and she made it up, and she fueled it with more fear, and she allowed it to give birth to rage and hate. When Elizabeth returns from her fortnight vacation with her best friend and her best friend's new husband, her cousin, who would stand to inherit the estate, her mother asked, "So, what were they like?" And you could tell from the mother's predatory posture that she was hoping they were miserable. She was greatly disappointed when Elizabeth said, "Oh, they're lovely, they're healthy and happy and getting along famously." In every cinematic version I've seen, Elizabeth's mother was crestfallen at this point, and then quickly covered it up with, puffed up her chest, lifted up her chin, and said, "Well, I only hope it lasts." And everyone watching that could tell that despite the loftiness of her words, her intention was the opposite. Although she said, "Well, I only hope it lasts," what she really meant is, "I hope it doesn't last. I hope they're sickly, miserable, poor, and die." Gee, Mom, thanks. So Elizabeth Bennet's mom is the archetype example of not rejoicing in the good fortune of others. Now, once again, this is not hypocrisy. We're not telling you what to feel, because you really can't choose what to feel. But you can choose what to intend. That's why we have the prayer written down. May no one ever be separated from their happiness. Remember, the four immeasurables, love, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, are symbolized by Chenrezig's four arms that we see in the statuary and tapestry art, also known as Rupa and Tanka. Let me me check the recording. Okay, so we've talked about sympathetic joy. And once again, let us never forget the power of mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, and intention guiding words. May no one ever be separated from their happiness. Together, they can help us to be less bitter, less rigid, more loving, more joyful, more flexible, more adaptable. Let us be like the pinball, bouncing off pins, the pins of life's circumstances, always with the same response of love and joy and resiliency. May you and yours be healthy and happy. Om Mani Padme Hum. Remember to click the subscribe button, and then the thumbs up, like button, as well as the social network buttons. And be sure to go back to your YouTube homepage. On the bottom left-hand corner, find the tab that says Manage Your Subscriptions. Find the Lama Jigme channel, or the Tantric Sex God 1 channel that you've subscribed to, and click the box to the right that will allow you to receive email notifications every time I upload a video. The next series of weekly webinars begins Monday, the 7th of January. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.